Shit is all up in my uterus, y'all. Is it a boy or girl? I'm that auntie now. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to the channel. I asked on Instagram if you had any questions around my pregnancy, and I feel like I need to do a better job. I should also ask YouTube because the video is going up on YouTube. But in any case, today we are going to answer them. Originally, I wanted this video to be part of this one, my second trimester pregnancy update, which I'm gonna link on the screen and down below. But I was like, you know what, this video is gonna be too long. Y'all not gonna watch it, so I decided to break it up, which is why we're still wearing the same outfit. We're just gonna hang out with each other, right? It's all good. Did I suffer from morning sickness? I did my first trimester and it was bad, but it got better as I got to my second trimester. Do I plan on doing mommy and me videos? I think so. When I create videos, I basically share what's going on in my life, and my life is going to change so much. And whether I want it or not, this baby's gonna be a huge part of my life. So yeah, I think I will create videos around the baby. What to do with nausea, vomiting, and dizziness. So I only threw up twice during my first trimester. For the nausea, the doctor actually gave me this medication, which I took for a little bit and then I discontinued it. Maybe talk to your doctor and see what can be done. But a lot of the time I also hear dehydration can lead to nausea, or right now if I don't eat, so if I get really hungry, I'm going to get nauseous. So keeping up with your nutrition can also help, but you know, I'm no doctor, I don't know. Any weird symptoms, new discoveries like an extra nipple, extra hair anywhere, stretch mark. Thankfully I don't have stretch marks. Weird symptoms, no, it's so odd. My back doesn't hurt unless I don't stretch or do yoga or I don't work out. I don't have an extra nipple, although my nipples are super dark, and I have this dark patch on my boobs, both of them actually. Y'all know, like the aunties that I hate to say it. As kids, we would look at our aunties, at least me, I would look at my aunties, and you know, they would have like this dark underarm, and I would kind of like make fun of them in my head. I'm that auntie now. That's me. How many trimesters are there in a pregnancy? There's 3 trimesters, although you're pregnant for like 40 weeks. How to get anything done with all the pregnancy laziness and exhaustion? That's a very good question. A lot of the times I do feel tired and I don't want to do anything. What helps me is to make a plan. So the night before I go to bed, I have to put it in my head. So I'll write down the things that I want to do, and then by the time I get up, I just have this plan of actions ready to go. So I don't just linger in my bed. I don't let the nausea take over. I kind of get up right away. I drink my water, I get my vitamins, and I get the day started. So I think starting with a plan, or at least the night before, drafting your plan, that kind of helps. And also just don't give yourself too much. We're growing a whole human. Let's give ourselves grace. Let's try not to change the world while we're pregnant. So I try to not pack my days too much, but I think for me, just having a plan really helps. And giving myself grace if I don't do it, you know? What does being pregnant feel like? How much effort was put into getting pregnant? I feel like that's a whole video. It took us a long time to get pregnant. It only happened after I changed my nutrition and when I started working out, etc. So I feel like that's a whole video in itself, how I got pregnant. But being pregnant is very interesting. I think that it hits people differently. But I also think if you prepare your body before pregnancy, then you will have a better pregnancy. Because I don't know how people do it when they don't work out during pregnancy or don't move their bodies, do yoga or something. Because when I don't, I feel so tight and I feel so awful. The way that it feels, it's like you have no control over your body. I literally sit back and just watch my body and I'm like, wow, you're doing a lot right now. It feels heavy. I think the bigger you get, the more you start feeling heavy, but there's no greater feeling when you can feel your baby kick. And it's like, wow, there is a human inside of me. Pregnancy is such a beautiful thing. How do you feel raising your child in this crazy world? I'm sure you guys have heard what happened to Tyree Nichols recently. It just makes me very nervous and anxious actually to think about bringing a Black child into this world. The world is a vicious place, and I feel like us Black people are still struggling and fighting to just live a peaceful life, and that makes me very nervous. The conversations I feel like I'm gonna have with my child around what this world really is like. But I'm just taking it day by day. And also, I think what makes me anxious as well is the fact that I want to be an emotionally available parent, but that's not what I grew up with. That's not what I had. So I'm trying to be something that I don't know. I'm educating myself and, you know, with therapy, books, etc. But I'm just gonna try to do my best, okay? Cravings, mood swings. So I don't actually have mood swings, I don't think. Don't have crazy cravings either. Like sometimes I'll feel like I want something, but if I don't get it, I don't get it. It's fine. I don't feel like I want marshmallows dipped in hot sauce with pickle juice. I don't want weird things. And I think that's also because I try to keep up with my nutrition. Even if I eat something that's not the best, I try to go back into eating a nutritious meal. I personally think that makes a huge difference when it comes to cravings. Again, I'm no doctor. Are you going to save the placenta? Is Stan going to cut the umbilical cord? Is your mom going to be... And I can't see the rest. She is all up in my uterus, y'all. I don't plan on keeping the placenta. I assume Stan is going to cut the umbilical cord. I didn't talk to him about that. He wants to be a very involved partner during the birthing process, which I really appreciate. So I don't see why he wouldn't. And is my mom going too? That got cut off? I don't know. But I'm assuming my mom's also gonna be there. I would assume. I don't know. Will you share baby on your page, or will he remain faceless like Stan? No, I think I'll share the baby. I just want to keep Stan to myself because people on the internet are wild. Actually, people on the internet are wild too when it comes to kids, so... Do you feel counseling helped you be more prepared for this baby than if you got pregnant 3 years ago? 100%. And I'm still in therapy right now, trying to work through these emotions that I'm feeling. Ever since I got pregnant, it's been difficult for me because I've been thinking about my childhood a lot, and it's bringing back all of these emotions that I thought I had buried, or some that I didn't even remember. It's all coming back, and I have to deal with all of that. And I think that's because you don't realize some of the childhood traumas that you experience until you're becoming a parent. And I'm sure all these triggers are gonna come at me, and I wanna be prepared. And I also wanna be, like I said, an emotionally available parent. I wanna parent differently than how my parents did for me. And it's no way, shape, or form me saying that I'm not grateful, I'm not respectful towards my parents. Because every time I bring up my parents, people wanna tell me that I'm being disrespectful. But I'm very grateful with how they brought us up, and I'm very grateful for everything that they've done for us. But I think these two ideology can coexist, where I'm grateful for my parents, I understand that they've done their best, but I can improve on what they've given me. And I also want my kid to improve on what I'm going to give them. Like, let's improve the bloodline. Anyway, so all that to say, I've been very anxious just thinking about my parenting style, how I'm gonna be, how patient I'm going to be, because I mean, patience is not a virtue of mine, how I'm going to react when I get triggered, and just all the values that I want to carry forward, or things that I don't want to carry forward. So I think counseling has really been helping me, and is continuing to help me, and I hope to continue therapy so that I can be the best parent that I can actually be for my child. How has it changed your relationship with your mom? Deep question. I feel like I'm struggling a little bit when it comes to my relationship with my mom right now, which is what I'm trying to unpack and discuss in therapy. Thinking about my childhood is bringing back a lot of memories and a lot of trauma. Hi, QB. Show the people your beautiful face. Oh, hello, my cutie pie. Hello, baby girl. Okay, can I finish my video? Having these emotions being brought up has made it a little difficult, to say the least, when it comes to my relationship with my mom, but I'm trying to take it easy. I am giving her grace. I'm giving myself grace. And I think one of the areas that I feel like I can't really discuss with her is because my mom is very... She can be very overwhelming with her ideologies, and she still believes that the way that she raised us is the best way to raise kids. And that's not what I believe. I want to improve on how she raised us. So I already see that there's a little bit of a conflict arising in that department. So it's been difficult. And also the things that she wants me to do being pregnant that I may not want to do. For example, I work out and she doesn't want me to work out. I drive. She doesn't want me to drive. Like, it's just... things like that, girl. What's been the most surprising thing that you did not expect? I did not expect that my pregnancy would be so smooth sailing. I don't have half of the symptoms that people say. And to me, that's like shocking because I expected to have a lot of the symptoms. You know, when I talked to my mom about her pregnancies, they were horrible, according to her. So I did not expect to feel so great. Like I say it all the time. Most days I don't even feel pregnant until like I bend down or something and I'm like, oh, that is right, there is a big old belly in front of me. So I think it's shocking to me at how healthy my pregnancy is, I've also put in a lot of work for it to be healthy. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I just assume that pregnancy just completely destroy you, you know? Is it a boy or girl? I don't know if the reveal is out yet, but if it is, you will know by now. And how's my hair? Y'all, let me tell you something. I am not shedding at all. At all. Like, I'll wash my hair and maybe like a tiny bit of hair will come out, and it's shocking to me. Where is my shedding? And I need to remember that when it comes to postpartum, because not one strand of hair came off my head, y'all. And of course, when I start shedding postpartum, it's all the hair that should have came off my head that is going to come out in clumps. So I need to remember this. Okay, note to self, Jen. You did not shed one strand of hair for like 8 months. Don't forget when you start shedding like crazy. So my hair is doing well. My hair is growing like crazy and it's thick. She feels amazing. I love her. We're in harmony. We're not fighting each other. It's a great feeling. So my hair is doing well. And that is it for the questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions, you can leave them down below. I am so excited for this journey. It's just been so fulfilling, I want to say. I feel like I'm going to miss being pregnant. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's been a great journey. And I really feel like I'm connecting with my body in ways that I've never connected before, which is very amazing to me. And just seeing what my body's able to do. Okay, us women, men could never. You hear me? Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.